Hey guys, I'm gonna share with you my Go Bonkers activity book. It's completely DIY, hands-on, and there are loads and loads and loads of concentration and brain teaser activities inside. So let's get started. I have just taken a simple notebook and I have converted it into a super brain teaser book. So let's get going. Okay, so what do we have here? This says picture word. Picture word? What does that mean? So what I've done here, I have taken up these two pictures and there is an addition sign. So he needs to identify this picture, and when he adds both the names of the picture, it's gonna create another word. Okay, so this is like scarecrow, ice bucket, Batman. Isn't that cool, guys? I know. I mean, the kids are growing up, and I thought it's like just time to introduce some more fun activities in the concentration book or in the brain teaser books. I think this is a great activity for me to start with Vivan, and I think he's gonna love it. So I have like these six pictures, and if you want, I can do a complete separate book on this because while I was making it, I got so many brilliant ideas, and I thought I would actually do a complete book which I can keep it in my car or I can carry it in my bag whenever we are going, and as soon as he's tired or he's lazy or just want to do something, I can give it to him. Do let me know, guys. Okay. The next one. So what I've done here, I have just made two blocks, and here we have all the name of the months and here we have all the name of the days. So they're all jumbled up. So what Vivan has to do, he needs to write 1 to 12 from where it's starting till the end, and also there are 2 months which are missing here. So just to make it a little tough, so it starts from January, so there's 1 here. February needs to like be 2, and then whatever he thinks, whatever is missing, he needs to let me know. So I'll tell you what, I am here till November. I think it's just 1 December which is missing, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's only December which is missing, so there's 1 which is missing which he needs to tell me. Okay, and here again we have jumbled up all the days, so he needs to pick up the first one, which is either Sunday or Monday, and then he needs to write 1, and then correspondingly he needs to write 2, 3, 4, wherever they belong. So it's like resequencing or a sequence activity for him. Third, this is Fast and Furious. Okay, so by now the kids know the habitats of all the animals. So here, what Vivan has to do in a matter of 40 seconds or in a matter of 30 seconds, he needs to tell me where are they live. Like farm, water, jungle. Jungle, farm, flower. Jungle, water, sky or air or tree. Pond, sky, water. So he needs to be like super quick. Of course, it's gonna be so much fun because when you're doing such activities with kids, they they laugh, they would just get confused and they would say no, there's less time. So I guess this is going to be a super nice activity just to like, because you have to do it like super fast. Okay, so what is the car parking spot number? So what I've done here, I have made these lines and there is a car here. So Vivan needs to identify what's the number of the car. If I have taken from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you can actually take the lower numbers, or you can just take consecutive numbers or skip counting, something like this. So we are learning skipping to 2, 4, and 5. That's why I've taken this, but you can make it more simpler for your kid. Okay, so Halloween is approaching, yes, and I have a little riddle for Vivan for him to do. Oh, let me just tell you guys that whatever I am making here, so this means somewhere we have already done these activities over a couple of weeks or in another way. That's why it has come up in the book. There is nothing new that Vivan has to do, but Vivan has done one of these activities in one or another way. So before you present an activity, you need to describe, you need to tell the child how to do the activity before, like just giving them a brand new and asking them to do it. I think it's not very fair for the kid. Okay, so here what is it? I have written all the alphabets and there are numbers around it. And then Vivan needs to see if this is 8, he needs to find where is 8. That's H. He needs to write H here. If that's 9, it's like HI and then DE. I'm not going to tell you the word. So he needs to figure out the alphabets, he needs to write them here, and then he needs to read it. So that's a secret riddle. It's a great brain teaser activity. Okay, that's another one. So we have a couple of numbers here. In terms of the dots I have written here, Vivan needs to figure out what's missing here, and he needs to put it, and he needs to complete this whole cube. Okay, going forward, I think in one of my brain concentration activities last time also we did it, something similar. So we have changed the pictures, we have changed the digits, changed the number, and that's how Vivan has to solve. We have started subtraction. I have to post a separate video on how we did subtraction. I'm gonna do that. So this is what he has to do, and let's see how is he going to react. Okay, so this is one of our favorite activities, which I think, guys, the old subscribers would have seen us doing it like all the time. But what I have done here is I have left this space completely open for Vivan. So what he has to do, he has to look at this picture. He needs to invert the colors. So if it's blue and yellow, he needs to make the square yellow, and he needs to put a blue circle in between. So everywhere he needs to invert all the colors, and he needs to complete whatever is here, he needs to complete it in the same way. So if it's a square and circle, a rectangle and a rectangle, he needs to make an orange rectangle, a big one, and then a small rectangle, a blue one. So this is basically just the invert the colors and complete the picture. Okay, so the last time activities that we did regarding these ones were simple, easy. So what I've done here, I have made Z all the way everywhere, and there are only two numbers, which is like 2 digit 2 times somewhere. So he needs to figure it out, and he needs to mark them. Again, he will get 30 seconds to do the activity. Count the triangles in the pyramid. He needs to just count the triangles, and he needs to just write the number. Of course, it's not going to be super easy, because he needs to figure out this one, he needs to figure out this one, but I'm going to help him for sure, and let's see how will he do it. Okay, circle the man who's going left. Oh my god, where are all these people going? So I've just used my thumbprint, and I've created these funny pictures here, and he needs to circle the ones who are going to the left hand side. And that's it. Let's see. I think this is going to be super crazy. Okay, so our next is complete the picture. So I have just drawn the line in between the page, and I have just created few, like just 4 these silhouettes, and Vivan has to complete them by just drawing the same thing on this side. So he has to just take a line here, get down, then make again. So he needs to complete all the 4 pictures. Okay, grid. Yes, we are still doing it, and I thought it's great for me to add it here. What I have to do, you have to just make a grid with the X and a Y axis, and you have to write from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, whatever. And on this side, you will have all the alphabets. I have made my cells very small. You can use, you can just make it a little more big for your kid, but I just made it a little complicated for Vivan, so that it's not very easy for him. And then there are, wherever there are stickers, I have put them here. So like A2, he needs to figure out what is an A2. So A is here and 2 is here. So there's a flower on A2, and that's what he needs to figure out, and let me know. Guys, if you have not done this before, I would request that you make it simple. Make grids from 1 to 3 and ABC just to begin with the kids. It's gonna be super, super nice, but you need to explain it to them and do it with them, and then make it like so complicated. Okay, that's something that is absolutely new, and this is the only thing that is completely new in the book that Vivan has not done before. And this is also, I think, my last activity. Yes, that's our last activity. So it's a grid. It's in continuation to this one. So it's a level up. So what is it? It says the series of number and alphabets here. So what Vivan has to do, if it says D3, he needs to find where is D3. D3 is here. From D3 to D4, he needs to make a line. Then it says B4. He needs to get the line here to B4. Then he needs to go to B3 again, which says B3, and then go to D3 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. I have given 2 options. So maybe I'm going to do one for him, and I will ask him to attempt at least one. If not, then I'm gonna help him out. But I think this is a great activity, and it's a great brain teaser and a brain concentration activity. So I hope, guys, that you like it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you've still not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching.